Bobcats. I'm Taylor Garrettson.
And I'm Isaiah Bradley, and this is
Bobcat Broadcast.
Happy fall, Taylor.
You too, Isaiah.
First off, many students on campus have different backgrounds and stories, while one specific student has actually had to face a certain challenge for the past few years.
I got the chance to sit down with Allison Brewer and talk with her about her Tourette syndrome. Hello everyone, I'm Taylor Garrettson and I'm here with Allie Brewer, and today we're going to talk about her story. So Allie, where are you from?
Purvis, Mississippi.
And what is your major?
My major is journalism.
So, at what age did you discover you had Tourette's?
Well, I first developed my tics when I was 15, but I was not properly diagnosed until last year. So it's been about 2 years.
And how have you learned to live with this in your everyday life?
Just had to kind of force myself to understand that this is part of me now, and I can't really change it, so I may as well live with it.
So how can you explain Tourette's to someone who wouldn't understand?
Tourette syndrome is when someone who has Tourette syndrome makes noises and movements that they cannot control. So it can be a little jarring to some people, especially considering that about 10% of people with Tourette's have swear tics and can be very aggressively swearing, which is only about 10%, but people think it's more or less, but yeah, it's basically just a disorder in which you're kind of disruptive.
How has having Tourette's affected your school life?
Oh, it's made it a lot more difficult. On top of the other disorders that I am diagnosed with, I've had days where I couldn't get any work done at all because I couldn't hold a pencil because I couldn't stop stabbing myself in the face, or I couldn't type on a laptop because I just would keep knocking over the table, like just hitting it. Or books too. I've done books. I've done a lot of things, and also the medication that I'm on, although it helps, it also makes me very, very tired. And so sometimes I'm just so exhausted from, if I'm having a bad tic day, I just tire myself out, and then the meds make me even more tired. And so it's been very difficult trying to keep up with school.
What made you want to come to Jones?
Well, my sister told me to go to community college first. She said it was one of her biggest mistakes was not going to community college. And this one is the closest to my family. And I just, my dad went here back in '84, and he has a lot of great things to say about Jones, so I just decided to come here.
How are you liking it so far?
I like it. People are very nice to me, and they seem to like me. I don't know why, but I think I fooled them. But I like it. It's been very pleasant so far.
So what are some goals that you have for the future?
Well, my goals are, I've always loved writing, and so my dream is to work on a fashion magazine like Vogue, if they would take me. But I've always wanted to be a writer, and so journalism just feels like the thing that I've really geared most of my education towards doing. I would love to create my own charity for children with not just Tourette's, but children with all kinds of disabilities. And I would love for it to be an environment where children can learn about each other and understand one another, and especially when it comes to dealing with bullying, and sadly, a lot of people with disabilities can be very likely to develop depression and suicidal thoughts, and it's actually very scary how many of us don't make it our whole lives, and that's something that I'm very passionate about.
What is some advice that you would give to other students, and what are some ways that we could accommodate to people with Tourette's?
Well, I think the best advice is, the simple, just be kind to people. You never understand what someone has, and even I could tell you every single thing that I've felt and how it's affected me for the past 2 years that I've had them, but you will never fully understand being in my shoes. And I think that goes for everyone in some way or another. And so I think the best thing is just to listen and learn, and don't act like I've had people try to teach me about Tourette's, even though they have no idea what it is. And I'm like, dude, I'm the one that has it. That's a little annoying. But just be kind and be open to learning about something even if you've never heard of it.
Thank you so much.
According to Tourette's.com, tics, which are involuntary or repetitive movements of vocalizations, occur as many as 1 in 5 school-aged children, but don't persist throughout their lifetimes. The cause of Tourette's syndrome is unknown. Tourette's.com offers resources and support for both children and adults. In addition, Allison is open to answering questions about Tourette's syndrome for anyone who is interested in learning more.